I next invite Mr. Harsh Bhargava to share his experiences. Mr. Bhargava is an MBA from Harvard Business School and is currently the president of Bank World Inc., a prominent Washington, D.C. based management consulting company with experience in over 75 countries, including projects on competitive strengthening in emerging markets, entrepreneurship, and youth. Mr. Bhargava is the director pro bono and chief mentor of the Competitiveness Mindset Initiative CMI program under the aegis of IITGN. He is also the founder and president of iCreate Inc., a non-profit corporation dedicated to creating job creators instead of job seekers.
Thank you, Harish. Namaskar, friends, and especially my young friends over there. My journey of discovering IIT Gandhinagar started 5 years ago when I accidentally met Dr. Sudhir Jain at a board meeting. And I think, honestly, it was probably one of the best things that happened to me in India. I was immediately impressed by two things: his passionate commitment to IIT to make it a world-class institute, and very importantly, to my mind, his approach, which is felt among the faculty here, of empowering the students. What touched me, my heart, was a statement that he did not want IIT Gandhinagar to be an island of prosperity in an ocean of poverty. He wanted the local community to grow with IIT. To this end, the institute started two wonderful programs which students all know about it, but many of you may not know. One is NYASA. It's a project by the students of IIT Gandhinagar. They personally educate the children of the migrant construction workers in and around campus. They also provide them, these poor children, with midday meal, uniforms, and books. The other project is called NEEV. This is where our relationship, my relationship with your wonderful institute started. We have a grassroots entrepreneurship program called iCreate that my wife Aruna and I started 19 years back. Through the joint efforts of NEEV, in partnership with iCreate, hundreds of local villagers in Palaj have been provided entrepreneurship training and support to start their own business. This way, IIT is creating prosperity in the villages and creating employment for local women and youth who otherwise would be jobless. In fact, some of the shops that you have are created by these entrepreneurs that were developed by NEEV. Next, I would like to allow me to embarrass Sudhir a little bit here, but I would like to talk about Sudhir's broad approach to education and his vision. For example, 4 years back when I mentioned to him the need to study and assess the competitiveness mindset in India, Sudhir promptly said, let's start immediately. Very soon, Competitiveness Mindset Initiative, CMI, was created with experts from US and students and faculty of IIT Gandhinagar working together. And some of the students are here. Akash is here, Rushali, Saksham, Shivang, Vasu, Prerna is in Georgia. But primarily those students created this buzz for competitiveness in IIT Gandhinagar, which we collaborate with in the US. Why this study? The need for this study to assess competitiveness mindsets was triggered by a major research which showed that while India was making great economic strides, it had the lowest per capita export in the BRICS countries. It was further discovered that if India could increase its per capita export by 50% of the next lowest, which is Brazil, it would create 30 million well-paying jobs. So competitiveness becomes a very important part of that. So under the aegis of your institution, IIT Gandhinagar, a first ever nationwide study was done for over a period of a year. The study attracted support of many, including a very famous professor, Jen Revkin of Harvard Business School, who, along with Mike Porter, are considered the doyen in competitiveness. So after we had done the study and found out what are the attributes that we lack or we have to work on, we also found out in our follow-up study that the best place to start to change these attributes, to make our young people more competitive in their mindset, we have to start with education at Educational Institute. Once again, your director, Dr. Jain, enthusiastically responded, hey, let's start it right now, and let's start it at IIT Gandhinagar. And friends, as a result, tomorrow, we're starting a 2-day course for 150 IIT students. Many of you have enrolled. Congratulations for doing that. This course is called Finding the Leader in You or FLY. I could go on, but the time is limited. So finally, I want to talk about an unusual ecosystem that has been created in IIT Gandhinagar that empowers the young mind on the campus. The students are not only taught by a very capable young faculty that has been put together in such short time at this institute, and to me, very importantly, they have made themselves accessible to the students. You might ask, how do I know that? For the last 4 years, I've been holding teleconferences meetings with the CMI student team at IIT Gandhinagar on a monthly basis, as well as meetings on campus every year that I come to. And I'm so very impressed by the confidence and responsibility the students have taken to run this massive project. In fact, we have 6 experts that have come from US for that project, which was really carried on by your student mates. In my years of iCreate work in India, I have visited literally hundreds of universities and colleges, and I have honestly not found students empowered with access to faculty, the director, as in IIT Gandhinagar. To me, this is the greatest strength of an academic institution. So, IIT Gandhinagar, Dr. Jain, the faculty, and most importantly, the students, you have very much to celebrate and be proud of on this 10th anniversary of your great institution. Thank you.